was blessed a long time ago to invest my money the right way and, you know, put what you think about me. I don't care what you say about me. You're not in the position that I'm in.
Terence Crawford is done staying quiet about Floyd Mayweather. After Floyd attacked Crawford's win, calling it undeserved and even sharing a private sparring video, Crawford has revealed that Floyd owes him around $31 million, with the debt dating back to the early days of their relationship. Crawford says it's time for Floyd to stop pretending to be wealthy, especially as Mayweather recently landed in another financial mess, being sued in Vegas for failing to pay for his cars. Crawford believes Floyd's online posts are just him seeking validation, all while his actual financial situation might not be as solid as he claims.
I couldn't choose a better guy for the job.
He's gonna make you hundreds of millions, you say?
Hundreds of millions, it sounds good, but we're in the billionaires club.
The lawsuit that triggered Crawford's reaction was filed less than 10 days ago in Clark County District Court and shows a troubling situation for the former champion. Floyd Mayweather and his company, Mayweather Promotions LLC, are named in the complaint by Vegas Auto Gallery, which claims Floyd bought 4 luxury cars for over $2 million on July 3rd. The list included a 2018 Mercedes Maybach, a 2023 Ferrari, a 2023 Porsche, and a 2025 McLaren. Court filings state that Mayweather issued 2 checks, one for $1.6 million and another for $650,000, but later instructed the dealership not to deposit them, leaving the matter unresolved.
That they did some shady practices. But this is a response to their lawsuit that he bought 4 cars in the amount of $2.3 million back in July. And one of the cars was $1.2 million, which was a 2018 special edition Maybach. I don't know, something really, really fancy. Very, very rare.
Instead of paying, Floyd posted about the purchases on his Instagram, showing off the cars to his 29 million followers. The dealership claims he never actually intended to keep them and only wanted them as props to boost his Money Mayweather image. Eventually, Floyd returned 3 of the vehicles and agreed to keep the Maybach under a settlement valued at $1.2 million. But the issue is, he still hasn't paid.
Options. I got about 100 cars. But right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16.
By signing the settlement, Floyd and Mayweather Promotions admitted to the judgment, essentially acknowledging they owed the money and couldn't legally dispute the agreement if they failed to pay. Despite this clear agreement, the dealership says Floyd missed several deadlines, even after being granted an extension. Attorney Michael Cristalli, representing Vegas Auto Gallery, stated plainly that their filing speaks for itself. Although Mayweather bought the vehicles, issued checks, and signed the purchase agreements, he still refused to pay for them.
$5 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right.
You know,
This type of claim isn't new for Mayweather. Over the years, numerous businesses have accused him of late payments or refusing to pay for goods and services. From unpaid wages at his now closed Las Vegas strip club, Girl Collection, to disagreements with jewelry dealers and event promoters, Floyd has repeatedly faced similar issues. The man known for flaunting his wealth often finds himself caught up in debt disputes.
I mean, dang, Floyd Money Mayweather. Man, wow, y'all around here getting Rolexes, not paying for them. Man, y'all got stacks of money, owing jewelers money. Man, how y'all around here, man, getting millions of dollars in all this jewelry and leaving 200?
That's where Crawford's comments come in. His claim that Floyd owes him around $31 million isn't coming out of nowhere. While Crawford's team hasn't shared exact details, the situation suggests a few possibilities. One is that Crawford may be referring to potential earnings he lost by never getting a fight with Mayweather. When Floyd retired in 2017, Crawford was rising in the pound-for-pound rankings, already a unified 140-pound champion and on his way to dominating welterweight. A fight between them at that time would have been massive, likely earning hundreds of millions in pay-per-view revenue.
I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants...
Another possibility involves business dealings outside the ring. Mayweather's promotional company has been involved with numerous fighters, events, and joint ventures, and disputes over unpaid percentages, marketing cuts, or promotional duties have long been common in boxing. This situation is made even more striking because of the sparring video that surfaced. Crawford's comments came after a private clip of him sparring with Floyd started circulating. In boxing, sparring is considered sacred. What happens in the gym is rarely meant to be shared publicly, and leaking such footage is seen as a serious breach of trust.
Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. Yeah. I need everybody. I mean everybody. Had girl collection Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl. But whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection.
The irony is that Floyd built his image on two key things: an undefeated record and untouchable wealth. His 50Z nickname and the Money Team brand have been central to that persona. Now, facing lawsuits over bounced checks and unpaid luxury cars, that image is seriously undermined. Meanwhile, Crawford, recently becoming undisputed in 3 weight classes, the only fighter to do so in the 4-belt era, has the credibility to call him out.
So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money.
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like within lifestyle, that money's gone. Trust me. Now it's like you call him, he'll be at you.
The Vegas Auto Gallery case highlights how fragile Floyd's Money Mayweather image can be when challenged legally. Court filings show he not only failed to pay but also publicly criticized the dealership, telling his millions of followers to avoid them. The dealer says those posts even led to threats from Floyd's fans. For the dealership, the issue isn't just the missing money, it's the damage to their reputation. For Floyd, it's a battle on 2 fronts, in court and on social media, trying to protect his image publicly while struggling privately.
And about the whole 50 Cent story, you gotta hear
accusations that Floyd Mayweather has unpaid debts with fellow athletes. A widely known allegation comes from rapper 50 Cent, who accused Floyd of cheating him out of $2 million during his jail sentence.
Then are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, invested in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up that.
Crawford has also been smart with his finances. He left Top Rank after years of disagreements, betting on himself in the Errol Spence Jr. fight and earning big from a career-defining victory. Now, as the undisputed champion in 3 divisions, he's financially secure on his own terms. When he calls out Floyd, it's not just criticism. It's from someone who sees himself as Mayweather's successor, both in fighting legacy and independence.
We're going to get to it. What's up? We're going to get to it. International with.
Meanwhile, Floyd's lawyers are trying to defend him by accusing the dealership of fraud, claiming they withheld documents like the odometer certification. Legal experts, however, are already dismissing that counterclaim as weak, with Chris Daly calling it frivolous and ridiculous. This highlights Floyd's main problem. His attempts to fight back legally look far less convincing than the growing evidence that he simply didn't pay.
Building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses.
Amid Floyd's financial and legal troubles, Crawford fired back at his comment that the Canelo fight was easy because Canelo was washed up. Crawford explained that he had a clear strategy, even borrowing elements of Mayweather's style. In an interview with Inside the Ring, he said his approach was grounded in history. He studied how Floyd dismantled Alvarez with elusive defense, analyzed Dimitri Bivol's disciplined tactics that neutralized him, and noticed Canelo's lapses against William Skull, where limited mobility showed through. For Crawford, the plan was simple and confident. I knew I was going to beat him. Whenever Canelo faced a style like mine, he struggled. I had all those weapons and more.
it came to a fight where Crawford made it where Canelo, to have any chance, he had to go get close. So he had to go through a bad neighborhood.
Yep.
And Crawford mugged him. It's that simple. He had to go through a bad neighborhood to get anything done, to get to the place that something was going to be done good.
Yeah.
And he got mugged going through that neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Well, if I think about it, if I do come back.
Despite the grand stage, the fight started under quiet expectations. Many believed Alvarez's size and power would dominate before the final bell. Canelo tried to assert his strength early, but quickly faced Crawford's flawless defense. Crawford blocked, slipped, and countered patiently. His punches weren't flashy, but they were constant and effective. Even as the rounds progressed, Alvarez's power never felt decisive. "There's never been a formula to beat Terence Crawford," he said. "I knew I had a good chance of winning." While fans awaited Canelo's big moment, Crawford methodically built a precise performance. As the championship rounds neared, his corner warned him, "They're not going to give it to you."
Outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm going to let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right. Okay? First,
Crawford answered by increasing the pressure, raising the pace, and controlling the final 2 rounds. When the bell rang, the judges confirmed what was already clear: Crawford had won. The victory improved his record to 42-0 with 31 knockouts and secured him a historic place in boxing. He became the first fighter to unify all 4 major belts in 3 different divisions, a feat last matched, in a different era, by Henry Armstrong in 1938.
When I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know, but for me, I knew I could do it and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to...
In the aftermath, Crawford sounded almost detached. "I don't feel anything special. It was meant to be," he said calmly, as if greatness were simply expected of him. That's what makes his story remarkable. He never called the fight an impossible challenge, but an inevitable result of preparation, study, and focus. Now, attention has shifted back to Floyd. Crawford dismissed Mayweather's attempt to downplay his win, noting that Floyd has his own problems to handle. After all, it's Floyd facing court battles over unpaid luxury cars and chasing big-name events again. To Crawford, the criticism felt empty, since Mayweather's comeback seems driven by motives far removed from legacy.
I think that for me, I watch defense as much as I watch offense. So yeah, like I thought like watching Bud catch those shots off his glove.
He looked amazing.
So amazing.
Yeah, he looked good.
Yeah. He'd go to a body and he'd catch that and come up with an uppercut. You know, just all those things that seem...
He looked great.
Yeah, I've never seen anybody do that to ever.
No one has.
Mayweather has already signed to face heavyweight legend Mike Tyson next year in what's billed as an exhibition, though the timing hasn't gone unnoticed. Floyd is coming off recent lawsuits in Las Vegas, including a $1.2 million debt judgment from Vegas Auto Gallery. With that looming, another high-profile payday fits the pattern critics have highlighted for years. On top of that, Floyd has opened the door to something even bigger, a possible rematch with Manny Pacquiao. He admitted in an interview that talks are ongoing, and while nothing is finalized, the possibility is actively being explored.
We getting ready.
Pacquiao's advisor, Sean Gibbons, confirmed his interest, noting that they had already signed with PBC and Al Haymon in 2019 with the goal of making Mayweather-Pacquiao 2. At the time, Mayweather pulled out. When Pacquiao defeated Adrian Broner and then Keith Thurman, Floyd kept his distance, even leaving the arena before the official decision in the Thurman fight. That rematch never happened, and Pacquiao eventually retired after losing to Yadenis Ugas. Now, Pacquiao is back.
Would even fight him today?
Even here.
Oh my goodness. Tell me about that fight a little bit. Being in there with Floyd being in there with you, like what was the experience like being there in the ring fighting him finally?
It's good, but despite all those things, but then after the fight, right after the fight, I went to the hospital and got operated. My
Yeah, you got an operation.
Yeah.
I remember you posted a picture of.
Really hurt.
Was he better?
Pacquiao recently returned to the ring against Mario Barrios. While the decision didn't go his way, he showed enough to convince his team that he still has more to offer. According to Gibbons, Pacquiao's drive isn't just financial, it's also about legacy. At 46, he wants to set new records, compete with the younger generation, and prove himself once more. Only Floyd knows, Gibbons said about the rematch. Manny is always available if it makes sense and makes dollars.
But I don't think I thought I won the fight. Like I throw a lot of punches, even though he's moving around. Like I can imagine why I lost the fight.
Okay, Manny, wrapping this up, I got to ask you, because we talked about this Mayweather-Pacquiao. Do we see a rematch if you win on Saturday, Manny?
I don't know, just one at a time. Let's talk about that after the fight.
All right.
Floyd's response has been brief but telling. He told TMZ Sports, "There's been talks. There's been talks. It's possible. We just don't know. But as of right now, everything is going great, and I feel good. Working hard every day, and I can't wait for 2026. The statement speaks volumes. Floyd hasn't fought professionally since 2017, yet he's openly considering a comeback that would bring massive revenue. For a man dealing with multi-million-dollar lawsuits, the reasoning is clear. Fight nights generate quick, substantial money.
Why not Floyd Mayweather? Why isn't he in the top 5?
Floyd Mayweather, he's running the whole 12 rounds and he won the fight.
Manny, who are the top 5 fighters you ever fought, you think?
Morales.
It's no accident that Floyd's exhibition opponent is Mike Tyson. Tyson, 59, recently returned for a high-profile bout against Jake Paul, and even in defeat, the fight generated massive headlines and revenue. Matching Floyd with Tyson is more about spectacle than sport. At this point, both men are banking on their names, with the appeal driven by curiosity and hype rather than true competitive balance.
There's talks and rumors all the time about potentially Manny Pacquiao and the Mayweather 2. Was there any truth to that, or is that still kind of up in the air of maybe potentially happening?
It's up to him. If he come out to retirement, we'll have a Mayweather Pacquiao 2.
Would you do an exhibition with him, or would you potentially entertain an exhibition with someone like maybe a Conor McGregor?
No, I don't like exhibition. If Mayweather is my opponent, I don't like exhibition. Like, I want a fight. Like, there's a decision.
The same logic applies to Pacquiao. A rematch 10 years after their first fight wouldn't settle pound-for-pound rankings. Instead, it would be a financial opportunity, attracting nostalgia-driven pay-per-view audiences. For Floyd, the benefits are clear. He can earn huge sums while controlling the pace and rules of the fight. For Pacquiao, it's a chance to settle unfinished business and add another chapter to his already historic career.
Sounds like Manny's coming back December 13th.
December 13th?
I think so. Who in your gym do you have that could fight him right now?
I like Rollies.
What about him and Ryan?
Ryan's huge. That would be a good pay-per-view.
Him and Tank?
Tank would be huge pay-per-view.
And
so that's what he's going after.
Floyd rematch is big too, I think.
That would be huge.
Who wins the rematch?
I think Floyd, but
why?
It would be huge.
Behind these announcements lies the reality of Floyd's financial troubles. The lawsuits in Las Vegas directly challenge the image he's built for decades. The dealership claims he never intended to pay for the cars, using them instead to flaunt wealth on social media. Court records show he signed a confession of judgment but failed to follow through, leaving him exposed to legal action and damaging the Money Mayweather persona he's long projected.
Everybody keep asking me, why you not coming back to fight? Why you not coming back to fight? So I look at the fight game, I said, okay. I said, you know, fighters fighting, they make 3 million, 4 million, 6 million, 7 million. Some may make 10 or 20 million. But I'm doing exhibitions and I'm making 20, 25 million, 100 million for exhibition.
Given those circumstances, Crawford believes stepping back into the ring makes perfect sense for Floyd. It's also what he knows best. Mayweather's career has always been defined by his ability to generate massive earnings through boxing, often selecting opponents to maximize pay while minimizing risk. That instinct hasn't changed. At 48, with his undefeated record still intact, Floyd sees the Tyson exhibition and a potential Pacquiao rematch as extensions of the same approach. Chase the biggest possible payday under conditions he can control.
A lot of people want to see him fight again. Do you see him and Floyd fighting again? What did you think of his performance?
I don't think that's really a fight that'll get that much interest anymore. There's a lot of welterweights around, a lot of people that Manny can fight. Maybe he does a rematch, at 46 with a layoff.
For Crawford, that's exactly why he has no patience for Floyd's critiques. While Floyd calls his win over Canelo easy, Crawford sticks to the facts. He faced Alvarez when it mattered, followed a clear plan, and made history. Floyd, on the other hand, is chasing one-off events, turning his name into quick money while dodging financial scrutiny in court. Crawford's response is sharp because he sees the contrast clearly. He's building a lasting legacy, while Floyd is chasing paydays. With lawsuits stacking up, that pursuit of money starts to look less like a choice and more like a necessity.